Divine Connection Marketing is a 500 Fortune company that can always connect you to the right connection. Check them out.
Businesses all across the planet are looking to make connections with people. Well, guess what? Divine Connections magazine is helping businesses not only walk in their purpose and passion, but to get connected to their potential. That's right. You've got to connect to your potential, and you can make it happen now because it is time to know your worth. As you get connected to people all across the planet, Divine Connections magazine will make it happen. And get featured in the magazine today and get your copy now, because there's no other time than a divine time to get connected to Divine Connections magazine.
Great day, and welcome. We're going to go over to our sponsors, so check this out.
Did you know there's $850 billion available in grants to help your business or nonprofit? Have you applied? Let Imperial Management Group give you a fighting chance in this highly competitive market. IMG specializes in developing award-winning proposals and obtaining grants from government, foundations, and corporations. We can even help you get funding for COVID relief. Could you use $50,000 in free funding? Go to our website and book a consultation right now. We know where the money is.
Well, great day, and welcome everyone to Divine Connections Show. We are excited that you are here. If you would like, share, and comment as we go through this broadcast. Divine Connection is a magazine that comes out quarterly in print as well as online. We're faith-based and inspirational. We connect with different businesses, entrepreneurs, gospel artists, praise dance, moms, vendors, anyone that's doing something great in the community. So we love to spread good news. So if you have the opportunity and would like to be a part of our next issue, make sure you contact me at 336-338-8903 or email divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com. We do half page and full page advertisement, and your ad will run for 3 months. So if you want to get in the next issue, make sure you stay connected. Also, what we do throughout the year, we have 2 annual events. One is my anniversary for the magazine, where we bring in choirs, praise dance, moms, vendors, and we network and worship together. My recent one we had for my 12th magazine anniversary was celebrating women. So we had 5 or 6 speakers, also women, to come and network, and that was phenomenal. So my next event is going to be October the 15th at the Med and Art Center. We're going to have praise dance groups, mime groups, vendors, and youth vendors. So if you are in 4 of those categories, any of those 4 categories, and you would like to attend or participate, just connect with me and we will give you details about it. And that's October the 15th. Okay. So just want to share that. And also on Wednesdays, we have our show here where we have from 3 to 6 p.m. We are interviewing individuals that is out in the community making it happen. And so we are here to share and spread the good news. So how do you stay connected with Divine Connections? Go to our website and join our email list at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com. Our Facebook page is Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections. And then subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification button at The Divine Connections. That way you will know when we're on and what we are doing. All right, whether it's events or interviews, we will be here. So excited about what is going on. And the next big vendor big venture that we're doing right now is working on Divine Connections app. So we're going to be on phones as well very, very soon. So stay connected so you can get the updates with that. Now, if you have not ordered your magazine, this is the recent one that we just had, and next week it will be different. So actually, we're going to have right now on there the pre-order for the next magazine. This is the recent one we have, right? So you will see another cover on there if you go there now for the pre-order for the next magazine. So if you want to be in that first shipment of getting the next magazine, go ahead and pre-order so you can get your copy. Again, it's digital as well as hard copy. And when you do hard copy, you can change the quantity that you would like. So you can share with your audience, with your churches, with your businesses, and with your organizations what people are doing. So that website is divineconnectionsmagazine.com/subscriptions. Now, if you would like to be a sponsor on the show, you have a 30-second commercial already done. We would love to help spread your good news upon approval. So that's a 3-month agreement, and we will play it before or after the interviews, and that's $150 for that 3-month sponsorship. So if you're interested in that, send me an email and we can talk. Also, if you need a 30-second or a 60-second commercial for your business or your ministry or your book or your gospel group or your event, we do that as well. So send us information if you're interested in having that service. All right, the next thing we have is the book is out now. My book is the second book, is The Key Connector, How to Build an Empire Helping People. We are here making it happen, and I can do nothing without God and the faith that I have in him. And so all of the strategies that I've used over time to build my divine connections and just accomplish things in life are in this book. So you can get your copy on Amazon, or you can go to the link below and get a signed copy as well. And the next thing on our agenda is our journal is here. I would love for you to go ahead and purchase your journal. So in 2022, we are making it happen. And you are a divine connection. So if you would like to journal with us, you're going to write down all the things that we want to accomplish in 2022 and then look back and see what God has accomplished for us. Okay, so we're definitely excited about that. It's called Make It Happen. You are a divine connection, and that is our journal. So definitely make sure you get your copy as well. All right. And last but not least, our store is now open. So Divine Connection Store is available now. You can go and order Father's Day gifts, best dad ever. We have shirts and hats and drink bottles as well. We have socks and t-shirts and hoodies. We have bags. We have so many things in the store. So click on Shop All so you can see all of the items that are available, and continue to shop there, and we'll have more to come as well. And so God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. And here actually is one of the pillows. We actually have pillows as well. One of our items, and we have 3 different size pillows that you can check out and order as well. Okay, so that is our Divine Connections news. Of course, if you have any questions or thoughts or concerns about anything, please let me know. Awesome. So today is a phenomenal day because we have a lot of guests on today. They are authors and they have stories. And Miss Weiner Crumley have done a collaboration with over 21 authors. And so today we are sharing information about some of the authors and some of their stories and some things they went through that you may can connect with. So I'm going to start bringing them in. So hold tight and help me welcome my guest. Miss Richardson is in the house. Miss Crystal is in the house. And Miss Scott is in the house. Great day, ladies. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How about yourself?
So fabulous. Thank you so much for having us.
Awesome. Well, welcome, ladies. Well, we'll first allow you guys to introduce yourself and tell us where you're from. And Miss Scott, I see you're driving, so I'll let you go first, just in case you have to get off.
Thank you so much. My
You're
name
welcome.
is Tamitra Scott. I am from Raleigh, North Carolina, by way of Harlem, New York City. I've been living in North Carolina technically since 2005. So I'm a Southerner now officially, but I'm so glad to be here. It is an honor to be with you ladies. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Awesome. Then we'll go to Miss Crystal.
Hi, I'm Miss
Hi.
Crystal. I'm born and raised Charlotte, North Carolina. Been here almost 47 years now.
Okay.
And I'm just thankful to be amongst everyone today across the nation that listen to your platform and just to be encouraging, give some positive inspiration, hopefully.
Awesome. Well, welcome. Glad to have you here. And Miss Richardson, introduce
Hello.
yourself.
Hello,
Hi.
everyone. My name is Shaska Whitfield-Richardson, and I am originally from Washington, D.C. I now reside in Maryland, though.
Okay.
And I thank you for this opportunity for us to come together and collaborate and, tell our story. And hopefully our story can touch someone and help someone through any
ma'am.
situation that they may be going through. I believe that's pretty much the reason why we did this.
That's right.
To be able to be a help for someone else.
Absolutely. Well, I'm glad you ladies are here. So, Ms. Scott, we'll start with you. Tell us a little bit about your story.
Well, we as women, we have so many great opportunities to share with women who are younger than us, older than us, women who have had shared experiences. And my experience, honestly, the one that I'm sharing in the book, I think it actually focuses on the season in or going through the dark. A lot of times, and I think it's just universal. I think sometimes we are walking by faith and we're making moves in our lives, or we're taking leaps of faith, and we're not sure where we're going to land. But you have to make a move, even though you're not sure certain of your surroundings or what's going on. But you have to listen for the voice of God by faith, knowing that His instructions are going to lead you to the right destination. So yes. I'm hoping and praying that this little excerpt that I've added really blesses whomever decides to read this book, and is blessed by all the contributions of all the women. But be encouraged when you're dealing with a season in the dark where you're not certain, you're not sure about the light, when it's going to come, when is the light going to come on, when am I going to be able to have my bearings? When you listen to, ever have a GPS? Right now I'm using one, and ironically, and it's delayed. It takes a moment to tell you where your next turn is. Yeah. You get a little bit frustrated because you're like, I don't know where I'm going. But then all of a sudden the voice comes on and says, make a right.
Come on.
It's time to turn. So while you're not sure, you're literally in the dark. You're going in the right direction, but you're waiting for the voice to tell you where to go. And that voice is the voice of the Father in our lives. So I hope it's a blessing to you all.
Love it. Awesome. All right. So Miss Johnson, come share with us just a little bit about what your story is about.
Well, my story is such as Miss Scott. It's in regards to the darkness that I experienced in my life, and also the appreciation of the darkness that I experienced in my life. The thing about life, we don't know where it's going to take us. And that's at any age. A lot of things happen young in life, and it spirals into adulthood even, you know what I'm saying, because of the experiences of life. And so basically it was identifying with the dark and knowing that we all have dark moments. Yeah. Some of our life lessons have been a little more hurtful than others. But yet and still during that time, I learned to rely on my Father, the divine. That's right. To know that ultimately he's my everything, my best friend. And I just wanted to be able to share with others, not just ladies, even though our book is concentrated towards our sisters. And when I say sisters, I'm not speaking of a certain culture. I'm saying women in general, right? But it also can address men because they have to deal with us every day. They have to be able to, understand the hurts, the trials, the enlightenments of the women in their lives. be it a teacher, be it a mother, be it a sister, a wife, a girlfriend, whomever. It's a way of them understanding, you know what I'm saying, what we've gone through and the triumphs that we've had because of what we've gone through. So I just wanted to be a source of encouragement, enlightenment, and guidance according to whatever the divine will is important to them.
Love it.
Mhm.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you for that. Okay, Ms. Richardson, want to share your part?
Sure. So my insert in the Bible, I say in the Bible, I'm sorry, in the book is geared towards is geared towards I want to say it may be more geared towards younger women. And I say that because I start off in my portion talking about me becoming a parent at the age of 19 and the things that I had gone through that after becoming a parent, I realized it wasn't conducive to my life nor my daughter's life. So it forced me to make some changes in my life. And with that, me becoming a parent for second child, as well as a third child. So I parented in 3 different phases of my life over a 20-year span. I had 3 children. And it's pretty much talking about how I was as a woman and also how I parented my children and how what it is that I directly was going through what impacted my children. So that's what my portion is about.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, so tell us the experience that you're having because you ladies are collaborating with Miss Weiner to do a book. Let me bring her back in. How has your experience been with collaborating in this project? Miss Scott, I don't know if you heard the question.
Yes.
Okay.
So my experience, honestly, I am so grateful for, first of all, Weiner has the patience of Job because literally the funny story, I was writing throughout the year through COVID and experiencing different things, and my entire iPad went out. I lost, when I say I lost everything, I was literally in the dark with everything. So I had to start over from scratch and memory. And she explained that it's interesting that a lot of us coming together for this particular effort had similar experiences where there were so many challenges that we faced on different levels, but together. So I'm grateful that we had this journey and we traveled it together because now we're at the point where we're seeing light. We can breathe again, you know. Yeah. And I've got women who I know are on the prayer wall with me. I know I've got authors who, you know, we're not just writing for nothing. We're writing to save souls. We're writing to compel people to come to Christ, to live for him. And I'm just excited to see how much further this goes, because after the pandemic, we needed to express our voices.
Yeah.
And so I'm just grateful that Weiner had enough patience. The ladies had enough patience with myself. And, you know, I wasn't the last one, thank God, but I was among the last because of the challenges that I had to face in writing. But I'm grateful that we were able to accomplish and finish what we started together. So I'm grateful to God.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, Ms. Johnson, how has your experience been with this collaboration?
Well, I must say, because I'm a person that believes in divine timing, there were a lot of obstacles and unfortunate things that happened to a lot of people that were, or authors that were a part of the collaboration. And we had to each learn our own patience and our own understanding and compassion in the midst of the project, because I'm a quick writer. So I'm gonna be honest, I was done real quick. Okay. So to be finished within a week of the project being released, and then to see everything else that was unfolding with everyone else that we were collaborating with, it was it was a true act of compassion, and just to see like the determination for the individuals, despite the losses of family members and everything else that they experienced, to actually complete the project. And Miss Weiner was very understanding in regards to those who might have finished early, you know what I'm saying? And keeping us abreast as to what was going on, you know, not telling people personal business per se, but just to keep us informed, you know, as to why projects were delayed. Because you got to remember, we're going through a major pandemic, right? So a lot of things are not according to regular timing right now. But because I knew that the work that we're putting out to the world is very important, someone needs to hear this. Someone needs to hear the stories of each collaborator, each contributor. They need to hear this, because somewhere in this book of seasons, you're going to find your voice somewhere. And for so many years, so many people have been silenced with their voice, silenced with their hurt. So sometimes when we think that a masterpiece, and that is what I'm calling this, should happen at a certain amount of time or in a specific timing, that is not correct. Sometimes we have to wait. We have to let it churn. We have to let it marinate. We have to let the true inspirational juices come through, as if to say, right? So that it's according to divine timing. And I appreciate Miss Weiner and letting us be independent in reference to the project too. You know, some projects people have, you got to do this, and we want this format right here, and we want you to address this topic, but you don't have a chance to really express yourself or to give the encouragement within you that you may have been able to give otherwise.
Awesome. Love that. Okay, Ms. Richardson, share your experience.
I first want to say I love both of you ladies' response. I really do. My experience, actually, this was the first book that I co-authored. So for me, the Holy Spirit had spoke to me before Ms. Weiner even said anything to me, you know, invited me to be a co-author. I had already started writing a series of children's books that the Holy Spirit told me that I needed to write. And she called me one day and was like, hey, you know, how do you feel about, you know, this opportunity? So I know it wasn't by chance. So I accepted. I'm like, of course, yes. So through my writing, though, I noticed that, honestly speaking, I think I received healing through my own writing. You know, so yeah, it really was. It was a moment for me to reflect back, because a lot of times we shut things, we put a cover over things opposed to dealing with them, you know, and we just go on with our lives until something happens where we have to address it, you know. So I feel like I went through that in my writing, and through my writing I feel like I feel liberated, you know. So it was a very, very good experience. I also came up against some challenges throughout, you know, but again, Miss Weiner was so patient and so kind, and she worked with everyone. I second that. She was great. She really was. And even with me, you know, being a first timer, you know, she was very patient with me. You know, whenever I needed to reach out, she made herself available, you know. So I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for this opportunity.
Awesome. So let's go through with one benefit that you are getting out of this, and one challenge that you went through during this process. Let's start with you, Ms. Scott.
Thank you. One benefit, I think I have to agree with my sisters here. I learned a lot about myself. I healed by sharing. And I think that is the greatest benefit to me, to free myself by writing and not keeping silent about the frustration of what I personally had to deal with. That was the benefit. The challenge, was that the second part?
Yes, ma'am.
Honestly, the challenge is knowing that God is saying there's more for me to write. I think in this, I felt exposed in a lot of ways.
All right, hold on, you guys. I know she's driving, so we'll come back to her.
I'm usually very guarded.
Miss Scott, we're gonna come back to you because you're breaking up a little bit. So while you're driving and you get a good connection, we'll come back, okay? All right, Miss Johnson, go ahead while she's doing that.
Okay, well, a major benefit, like everyone else basically is saying thus far, was unlocking the vaults of my hurt and things that I've held in for years in regards to experiences in my life. Also being able to address, I used to always write poetry and things as a youth. I've always been lyrical. You know, I'm not really a type of person who talks a lot. Even as an adult now, you'll be surprised, even with other things I do. I don't just talk, you know what I mean? I'm intentional when I'm talking. But expressing myself through literature has always been something I found as a comfort. And thus being able to allow others to benefit from that, you know, that I feel like might be going through some of the same things I was or am, or, you know, because we're going to always go through something, right? So the thing about it was just being able to actually address things, like as if to say, as Ms. Scott stated already, to release those hurts, no longer let them be a hold on me internally, even though I wasn't, you know, expressing anything verbally to anyone. You know, even though you might have put what we like to say, well, I know I do. I like to say, oh, I got short-term memory to that. I don't even remember. Knowing good well, you remember it. It's just tucked deep, but you remember it. Get a good night's sleep. It'll come back to you. So, you know, just being able to actually release it, like throw it out in the ocean, let it go. It's gone, right? And to know that someone else is beside me, probably throwing that same issue out in the ocean or another one similar at the same time as I read whatever I'm writing. And the challenge was keeping it within the pages or the amount that we could share, you know, because I wanted to keep writing because it was so much coming to me as a flow. You get my point? It was like, listen, this needs to be said. Like, you know what I mean, you might be saving someone's life as you're writing. That's how I look at literature. With anything that I do on a platform or literature or anything, I don't just think, oh, it's just you. Oh, no. Someone out there might be contemplating something at this time, and they might grab this book or listen to this radio show or listen to your broadcast, and there's a sense of hope, a sense of understanding. So the challenge was actually keeping that within the perimeters of what we all agreed, you know, for our expressions and our experiences. But it also fed a hunger. And that hunger is for me to go ahead and do everything I've been saying I was going to do anyway, as is related to literature and the literary side of life. So I can continue on my path as an author.
Awesome. All right. Thank you. I'm going to go back to Miss Scott so she can finish saying her challenge while she's got a good signal. Oh, wait, I can't hear you. Okay, there we go.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, there we are. I apologize.
It's okay.
So the challenge was essentially knowing that God is calling me to do more, more writing and more exposure in order to heal others and help others and then heal myself. Because we're so guarded sometimes, especially if we are active in ministry or, you know, if you work as a professional anywhere, you have to put your professional face on. You have to wear a lot of hats as a mom, as a wife, and all of that. But sometimes people need to see your scars and know you can heal from this particular wound. So I think that was that was one of the challenges for me, understanding that I have to express and explain that sometimes I don't know where I'm going. Sometimes I don't know. I'm literally walking by faith.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you for that. All right, Miss Richardson.
I want to second that from Ms. Scott. I really do. The benefit of my portion for me was I always knew that no matter how small your story may be, it can always help someone. I really believe that we're not here just to live a life. We're here for a reason, and whatever it is that we've been through, it's not the first time and it's not the last time. So for me to get my story out, I know it's going to help someone. I just pray that it gets in that person's hands, to help them either get through something or to prevent them from going through something.
That's right.
So with that, the benefit is being able to help someone. That's the hugest benefit. The biggest challenge for me was how exposed do I want to be? Now I haven't done a whole lot of bad stuff, but we're talking about the world.
Right.
And that's going to judge you. But again, the Holy Spirit had to deal with me in that moment because I knew that this was something that I was supposed to do long ago. And Ms. Weiner just gave the opportunity for it to be now. And had she not, who knows? I may have never done it. I would be right in the graveyard with someone else, with other people who have so many ideas, and so much to say, but they never got it out. So I'm so extremely grateful. But I know that regardless of what it is that I say or how deep I go, someone else has been there or they're headed there.
For sure.
So with that helps me to be as transparent as I possibly can.
Absolutely.
So.
Awesome job, ladies. Okay, so outside of this collaboration, if you want to share anything else you have going on or coming up, feel free to do that. And then leave us with the word of encouragement. So, Ms. Scott, we'll start with you.
Well, I want to say thank you again. I really appreciate this opportunity to share with you and your audience about seasons. Personally, I'm a worship leader at Agape International Church of God in Christ. I'm headed to the actual auxiliary in ministry meeting now for the Church of God in Christ. That's where I'm headed, so I apologize for my phone going out because I didn't know where I was going, y'all. I was in the dark for real. So I'm a worship leader. I was a member at and still am a daughter of Bishop Eric McDaniel and the Lord's Church Family Worship Center. We have a location in New York in the Bronx and one here in Raleigh, North Carolina. That is my father and my mother in the gospel, and they have loaned me to Pastor Braxton D. Bowser and the Agape family, who we love. We love. And the one thing I learned from this book, and I'm learning in this season, it's collaboration. You have to collaborate. No one is an island. We need to do ministry together. We have to cross barriers. We have to break down walls. Whatever community we can affect, let's do it together. I can't do it alone. I need you and you need me. Otherwise, you can catch me on Instagram, Facebook, or Chat Snap, whatever you want to call it. I'm Tamitra Scott on all our social media and all Songbird16. I thank you again, and you ladies have a wonderful rest of your day. And if you want to follow me, go right to Instagram. I'm there.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for your sacrifice because I know you're driving, but you still came on and shared. Thanks. Have a great one. All right, Miss Johnson.
Okay. So I do national broadcasts too, but I do it on the radio side. So I'm a national radio host for iHeartRadio. My radio station is called Black Butterfly Radio. And the reason why I named it Black Butterfly was because of the spiritual connotation of transformation. And when I do my service, because I call it a service because it's with a purpose, it's in reverence to love. Basically sending love positive vibes out to the nation because it's global. So it goes everywhere. Just giving people a positive insight because, as we know, our world is full of darkness in different ways, and giving them a spiritual insight. But it's one that can be accepted across the cultures because we have to understand we do have different cultures within our audiences, and people do have different beliefs within our audiences. But doing it in a sense that it is a mutual understanding of love, respect, and divine inspiration, right? Also, the other thing that I do, I'm a realtor, and you might be like, well, why are you saying that right now? Because it gives people a purpose, a purpose of stability. It gives them a purpose of self-worth a lot of times in reference to owning their own homes or whatever it is. Finding a difference in the lack mentality that a lot of cultures have, that it is okay for us to own, obtain, or to have our own. And it's for me, it's a spiritual purpose in that also, because it gives people self-worth. It also allows people to know that we don't have to live in a world of lack or the lack mentality.
That's right.
God tells us at all times he's a provider.
That's
He's
right.
a provider. So, you know, I mean, people, a lot of things we do, there's a purpose behind it. Everything is existing of God, everything. So that's what I do along with education. I do education also, which is also my purpose because it helps my students to transform from the darkness into a different way of life. Even though I'm business, mine is business. It's, I teach business, all aspects of business, and alternative jail, all of them, settings. It allows my students to know, yes, and I'm saying this very respectfully to those who have lost anyone. Yes, I murdered someone yesterday, but today I don't have to say I have to sit as that person. I have the right to change my behavior, to change my mindset, and to acknowledge the mistakes I have made so that I can progress in life. So, you know, it's so many purposes, and I just want to be a tool of the divine in reference to those purposes.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
I can give my contact information.
Yes.
So if anyone would like to contact in reference to our lovely book seasons for me or any inspiration, radio, real estate, anything, you can do so through Black Butterfly Radio. You can DM me there or, you know, inbox me there, and I will gladly respond back to you in regards to that. And that's on Facebook, and it's also on Instagram. So it's both of them.
Awesome. Thank you for that. And
You're
Ms.
welcome.
Johnson, we will finish with you. I mean, Ms. Richardson, I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, your name is Johnson? I'm sorry. Okay, so with me, my husband just started a church. We just founded our church in December, actually. Right now, we are hosting Bible study. If anyone is interested, you can email me and I will get you that link. We are currently looking for a place for us to hold church.
Tell them your location.
Oh, we're in Maryland, actually, Forestville, Maryland. If you want any information, just email me and I can get that information to you.
Awesome. Anything else you want to share before we leave? And I'll leave us with a word of encouragement.
Word of encouragement. I would say that to all, just never give up. Keep on pushing, and have faith in everything that it is that you do. Again, nothing happens by chance.
That's right.
And joy does come in the morning. You know, as our grandparents used to say, joy does come in the morning. So just keep pushing and never give up.
Absolutely. Well, awesome. It has been an amazing opportunity for me to meet you ladies and for you to share with the audience, who you are, what you do, and the collaboration effort as well. Definitely want to continue to give a shout out to Miss Owena Crumley for what she's doing in the community, bringing authors together to share their story, to be a blessing to the community. So I would just like to say thank you for coming on. I'm going to turn it over to my sponsors in just a few, so you guys can hold on. But thank you again for being my guest. And I am Deloris Williams with Divine Connections. Make sure you guys stay connected to the number one divine connector, which is Jesus Christ. So hold tight, and we'll be right back.
Hey, we've got exciting news from Divine Connections Marketing Services. Now you can create your own custom video commercial for your business or organization. It's time for you to win. Your product or service is someone's solution. So get the attention of your potential customers now. Choose from a 30 or 60-second commercial today. Just email us at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com and we can get started. Connect today and let's get started making your custom video commercial now. Divine Connections Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started now.